If you are looking for a fun family adventure this summer, head to Penn Dixie Fossil Park and Nature Reserve. Visitors can dig for 380 million-year-old fossils, take guided tours, and bring home their own discoveries. It's hands-on fun for all ages and a chance to uncover Western New York's prehistoric past. Joining us now in the studio are Brian Steinberg and Megan Murphy with Penn Dixie. Thank you both for being here from Most Buffalo.
Thank you.
Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, there's so much fun things happening at Penn Dixie. I don't really know where to start. So tell us what's happening this summer.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a couple events coming up. So we've got some Right Rocks tours that we lead every so often, which is at Great Cliff. So July 25th, August 22nd, and September 26th, they'll all be going from 9:30 to noon. We've got a stargazing event coming up. So July 25th from 9 to 11, August 15th, and September 26th, we've got them coming up soon. So loads of fun.
Walk us through a first-time visit. So somebody's never been here. What would you tell them? Like, what would you want them to do the moment they arrive?
Yeah, absolutely. So Penn Dixie's open to people with all sorts of fossil hunting experience. You can come with your family, or if you're into splitting open rocks, you can do that. You can bring your own tools, or we can also provide you with tools. So if you come right in, we'll meet you at admission. We can give you a bucket and a trowel to collect, and then we'll send you down on one of our tours, which go every half an hour on 15 and 45. And then one of our tour guides will take you down for 15 to 20 minutes, and they won't leave pretty much until they make sure you find a fossil.
Yeah, it's such a unique destination to really have in some people's backyards, right?
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about, being able to dig up fossils. How does that work?
Do you want to talk a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I can.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely. So basically, they get people that are below under 13. They can't get the really cool equipment, but that's actually like the rock hammer, and just for safety reasons. But they're allowed to bring their own. Like if their parents bring it, that's fine. They want to rent actual equipment like rock hammers. They can do that, but everyone gets a free, but they have to pay to come to the park. But with admission, you get a trowel, which we call a shovel, and a little pail, and to go on the tour. On the tour, basically tell them like how to find the fossils. About 15-minute, 20-minute tour to go over the history of the site, what fossils you should find, how to find them, and they find them.
Yeah.
Megan, anything to add to that?
Yeah, just a quick, note about our history. Penn Dixie used to be a quarry, which is also where we get our name from, which also means that we've got really accessible surface collecting. So if you're not into breaking open rocks and using tools, or if you're under 13, you can't use the tools that we provide, the surface collecting is really accessible.
And why is this such a great summer activity for families?
We're only open seasonally, so we have some kind of limited seasonal hours, but it's best to come in the summer when we're open Wednesday through Sunday from 9 to 4:30.
Yeah, I love looking at all the video that we have here, just seeing people
Yeah.
like actually with the pails. What's that like to see people out there? Because you guys day in and day out work when you're there, So what's it like seeing the community all come together for this and not only having fun, but also a lot of education?
Yeah, oh, it's fun. I love it. It's so hands-on. I teach during the regular year, usually middle school, high school science. So I bring my students there, and we spend the whole unit, and it's hands-on. We talk about all these ancient creatures, and then they get to see them. Of course
so cool.
They're not alive, but yeah, but they get a kick out of that. Like, wow,
It's so cool. So, okay, we have a lot of displays here. So kind of walk us through. Which ones do we want to start with? What do we have here?
I could go, sure, definitely. So in the past, like in past shows and things, people have known, we call it the basic 8 fossils. We call that Penn Dixie 1.0. So 1.0 would be the corals, the brachiopods, the crinoids. I'm going from most popular to least popular, or the hardest to find. So trilobites, that's what we're known for. It's kind of in the middle as far as trying to find, trilobites. Then we have the bryozoa, bivalves, which are another type of shells, cephalopods, which are your future squids and octopuses, and gastropods, which are your snails. So what we want to do is, people a lot of times they come to Penn Dixie, they've been there, they've done that. What more do we have that they could find if they want a real challenge?
Yeah.
So what we do is a couple things. We brought some of these really rare fossils. Most of them you think of things that lived in the ocean. About 380 million years ago. But sometimes there's things that kind of really rare, like plants and plants. So here is an example of something we call carbonized wood.
Wow, it's heavy.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting it to be so heavy.
That's a piece of shell, but right here, that is 385 million year old plant material.
So
that's been
unique.
carbonized.
Yeah.
A couple other things is, so that's carbonized. This is petrified. I know lots of terminology. Petrified is more kind of like the heat and pressure.
We'll give you the quiz
plants.
after, right?
Yes, yes. Take a look at that.
Neat.
Some other really cool things. Now,
So
this
cool.
is really cool. So the first fish were almost around, so it's very rare, but you do find fish. This is fish skin, the actual scales of the fish. The very, very
awesome.
first fish ever.
I'm like nervous to like touch
Yeah.
them and take
Yeah,
them
yeah,
away
yeah.
to Bob.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Is there any way viewers can get any more information? Where can we tell them? Because we only have a couple of seconds left. So
Sure,
where
sure,
can they
sure.
go to find more information about everything happening, about all this cool stuff?
Yeah, you can look us up on the internet. Our website should come right up. I believe it's penndixie.org. You can reserve a tour time, or you can come in person without having to reserve online. You can also reserve private expeditions and things like that online.
Brian and Megan, thank you so much for joining
you
us.
so
This
much.
is such a
Thank
treat.